moment. Yeah. Okay, English. Okay, so the main problem with Filipino students is not that they don't know how to speak English. The main problem is how are you going to translate things from Filipino to English? Hi again, my name is your teacher O here in OClass PH. So how are we going to translate from English to Filipino or from Filipino to English? First, we should not translate word by word. So meaning, we should not make it to the point that we need to make every word in Tagalog to be in English. So I have here some words that might be difficult for us to make in Filipino. Okay, let's start. Charger. What is it in Filipino? It is pantablay. When we say charge means tablay. So that means pantablay. Next, we have website. So web is pook, and site is pook and web is sapot. So it is pook, sapot. Next, we have headset. So head is ulo, then set is hatinig. So pang-ulong, hatinig. Next, infinity. So ito naman ay angga, awanggay. Next, let's have gravity. Sige, ito medyo mahirap to. So gravity means what? Dagsin. Next, selfish. So what is the Tagalog for selfish? Hidhid. Okay, so medyo mahirap yung mga Tagalog niya. Later, I will teach you how are we going to make it the other way around. Next, hyperlink. So in Tagalog, it's kawingan. Yeah. Okay, another. Microphone. So it is miktinig. Ayan. And another, sharpen. Yakis. Okay, another. Diary. Tala, sarili. Okay, another. Let's have this one. Fork. So sambat. Another. Let's have it here. Ito. This is a part of the house. Kitchen. So in Tagalog, it's paminggalan. One. Next. Collection. Ayan. So ito ay dapangikilan. Another. To nurse. Magsimpan. Another. Carpenter. In Tagalog, ang luwage. There are that I love you. So you cannot say I is kita, love is mahal, and you is ikaw. We are not going to translate it like ako mahal ikaw because magiging para tayong barok. So we make it to be I love you. So meaning, when we translate, kailangan yung thought o yung mismong ibig sabihin ng isang term or sa Tagalog, then when we make it English, naintindihan siya. Okay, so that is our first tip for today. Okay, so another. When we translate or pag gagawin nating English yung Tagalog, we need first also to understand the meaning. So what do we mean by what do we mean by what do we mean by what we say? So for example, ang I love you. So ang gusto mong sabihin ay mahal mo yung tao. So o iintindihin mo kung anong ibig niyang sabihin bago mo i-translate. Okay, let's have another activity here. Ito. May mga words ako dito na Tagalog, pero wala siyang English term. Nag-example, tampo. So when we say tampo, meaning you are not angry, you are not totally happy, but you felt upset. Ito. Pambahay. So pambahay, there is no such English term, direct English term for pambahay. Okay, meaning this is an attire or a cloth that you use inside the house or something that is comfortable for you to use in your house. Okay, meron pang isa yung pang-alis. So kung may pang-alis, bakit walang pangdating? So that is the question. Okay? Okay, anyway, another. We have here lambing. So lambing is a kind of an expression of endearment. So you would like to let somebody feel the love or the care, but there is no direct English term for lambing. Another, gigil. So gigil. So when we say gigil, meaning that this is an expression of something that you would like to pinch in the cheek. Maybe gigil ka, gusto mong pisilin yung kanyang pisngi because he is cute or not cute at all. Okay. Okay, next another, pikon. So when we say pikon, meaning you are not a sport. You can get easily irritated when you lose any game. So this is really not good, especially when you are playing with other people. Another, here. Kilig. Ayan. Sabi nga sa kanta, you're making me kilig, kilig na kilig. Okay, another, let's have umay. So when we say umay, meaning you feel so oily in your tongue. This especially happens when you eat a lot of oily foods such as prito or yung masebong mga pagkain. Now, these words in Filipino has no direct translation in Tagalog. So how are we going to translate these words? So let's try. Okay, I'll be getting again the words. So let's try. So tampo. There is no such term as tampo. So we're going to make it like feel not so happy. So that is okay. So there is no problem with that. Dahil wala nga siya exact na translation, okay lang yun. Another, lambing. So there's no such direct translation for lambing. Maybe you could say endearment or loving. That is acceptable. Another, umay. Maybe umay, you can use oily or oily food. That is okay. Another, kilig. Nakakasaya nila pagka kilig. So, kilig, so meaning you love or you feel in love. So that's okay. Because there is no direct translation of this word. Another, pikon. Maybe you are not sport. So okay na yun sa English. Next, gigil. So meaning you're so excited or you're really in love with somebody. So okay na yun sa English. Next, pambahay. So clothes in the house. So that's fine. So how are we going to translate? So una kanina sabi ko, kailangan wag siya word by word. By thought. So kunwari, good morning. So we translate it in magandang umaga or in Tagalog. Kumain ka na ba? Kumain, eaten, ka, you, na ba, are, or have you. So hindi mo pwedeng i-translate yun ng ganon kasi magkakamali naman yung grammar mo. Instead, you would say, have you eaten or have you taken your lunch or your breakfast? By the way, guys, mali yung sinasabi natin na have you eaten your breakfast? Dahil yung breakfast, hindi naman siya pagkain. Siya ay time na kakain tayo sa umaga. So, hindi nakain. Have you eaten your dinner? So, yun ang tama. Pero hindi yung have you eaten your dinner. Okay, now, may mga nakita kong game dito sa Instagram. So, ito mga word na i-translate natin. Subukan natin i-translate. Subukan natin, ha. Okay. So, number 1. Okay. First one is sa dako pa roon. So, how are we going to translate it in English? Dako means in a place. So, in a place far away. So, that is the proper, that might be a good translation. So, sabi ko nga, walang perfect translation. Kaya tayo nahihirapan mag-English kasi hindi natin kayang i-translate. Marami tayong idea, marami tayong alam, pero hindi natin kayang i-English. So, remember guys, the first thing that we need to do is translate muna natin. Saka na muna yung grammar. Kasi yung grammar okay, another. Ito. Hating kapatid. So, are you going to say it? Cut your brother. So, mali yun. Tatagain natin yung brother natin. So, mali yun. So meaning equally divided. So, it should be equally divided. Okay, another. So, kumain ka na ba? So, have you eaten or have you taken your lunch or your dinner? Okay, may nag-kiss. Okay, next. Ito. Laki sa layaw. May nakita ko doon, sabi niya, Jeff Rocks daw. Okay, so what do you mean by laki sa layaw? So, layaw meaning you're spoiled. So, meaning we can say it in English as a spoiled child or a spoiled individual. So, laki sa layaw is spoiled. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, another. So, we have here, huli ka balbon. So, there. So, bakit kaya huli ka balbon? So, these are Tagalog terms na malalim yung ibig sabihin. Tawag natin dito ay colloquial expression. Na huli ka balbon meaning gotcha or got you. So, si balbon, parang ibig sabihin nun, isang tao na mahirap hanapin. So, I got you there. So, yun.
I like it, I love it, I want some more of it.
Okay. Next. Ito. Sapin. So, how are we going to translate it? Sabi nila, may narinig ako sabi niya, cover daw. So, sapin, we can say it like a rice delicacy or layered rice delicacy. So this is okay as layered rice delicacy. So, huwag nating sabihin na cover. Kasi sapin, cover.
A major.
Okay. So, another. So, eto, favorite ko to.
Shop to A major. B major.
Okay.
Mali ba yung boses ko? No.
Okay. So, ngayon, ito, kadenang ginto. So, how are we going to translate this one in English? So, kadenang ginto may do as, kadena is chain. Ginto is gold. So, golden chain, not chain gold. So, sabi ko nga, wag direct. Ang tawag sa direct ay verbatim. So, imbes na sabihin natin chain gold, gold chain. Okay, ito mga hugot. So, gawin natin to. So, ito. Bakit di totohanin? May nag-kiss. Sabi, bakit di totohanin? So, why not true? Sabi nila pagka direct translate. But it should be, why don't you make it true? Or why don't you make it real? So, ganun yung tamang English niyan. Okay? So, be careful kasi minsan, pag mali tayo ng translate, nakakatawa siyang pakinggan. Okay. Next, another. To, nakita ko rin to sa Instagram. So, liwanag ng hating gabi. So, how are we going to translate this one? Liwanag is light. Light in the midnight. Okay? Not light of midnight. Okay? Because yung midnight, wala naman siyang sariling liwanag. So, yung midnight ay isang event sa gabi na mag-uumaga. So, yun yung event. So, wala siyang sariling liwanag. So, we could say light in the midnight. Okay, eto. Nakita ko rin to. So, kanta to basang-basa sa ulan. Sabi nila, wet, wet in the rain. So, bakit wet, wet in the rain? Sabi nila, basang-basa daw. Okay, it should be very wet in the rain. So, hindi sa wet, wet in the rain. Pakinggan. So, it is very wet under the rain or wet because of the rain. So, ganun. Next, another. So, pasan ko ang daigdig. So, ito ay pelikula before. So, I carry the earth. I carry the world. So, pwede yan. Okay. Okay, ito, mahirap-hirap to. Pang-ilang Pangulo si Duterte. Marami nag-aaway-away dito. Actually, dati kay Ninoy, narinig ko na to. Kay Gloria, kay Estrada, narinig ko na rin siya. Okay, so how are we going to translate this one? So, pang-ilang, how many? How many president is Duterte? So, mali na agad yung grammar natin. Ano pa, pang-ilan? So, how many? Ang gulo, no? So, ito ang translation ko dito. So, what is the precedence of Duterte's presidency? So, or in what manner does Duterte took place as a president? So, wala siyang direct translation. Basta naintindihan or tama yung pagkakaintindi or yung thought niya sa English, acceptable na siya. Okay? O, ito. Mahaba-haba din. Mahirap gumising ang nagtutulog-tulugan. So, how are we going to make it like in English? So, sabi nila, difficult. Difficult to wake up. The sleeping. Sabi nila. Okay, so how are we going to make it English? So, it's hard to sleep. O, pwede yun. Okay. Another. Ito. Masama ang loob ko sa'yo. Ano yun? Bad is my inside for you. So, English natin. So, dapat, I felt very bad against you or I don't feel comfortable with you or I hate you. So, pwede yun. Huwag natin sabihin na bad is my inside to you. Kasi ganun yung mga nangyayaring pitfall kadalasan. Okay, another. Ito. Kasabihan to. So, ubos, biyaya. Pagkatapos, nakatunganga. So, ano bang tamang English ng ubos? So, sabi nila, get it. get it the blessing. Then, after looking upside. So, natawa ko. Nakita ko yung translation nila. So, meaning, when you, how are we going to translate it? Um, when you use everything that you have, tomorrow you don't have anything more. So, ang haba, di ba? Sabi ko nga sa inyo, wala naman siyang direct translation. Basta yung thought niya ay hindi nawawala doon sa sentence. Okay, last one. Ang mabigat ay gumagaan kung nagtutulungan. So, sabi dito, so, the heavy is, ano yung gumagaan? The heavy is light when we help. Mali naman. So, when we say, dapat, things that are hard or difficult will be easy when we help each other. So, ganun yung mga tamang translation. So, kaya tayo nagkakamali kasi iniisip natin lahat dapat ita-translate natin. Dapat lahat magiging English. So, especially when we answer in English. So, karaniwan sa mga nagiging student namin na mag-recite sa English, ayaw na magtaas ng kamay. Okay, sabi ko, okay, so what do you mean by this? In English, wala na nagtaas. Why? Because they are afraid of speaking in English. Bakit sila afraid? Hindi dahil hindi nila alam, kundi hindi nila kayang i-translate. So, another tip, pwede kayong magbasa ng dictionary. So, basa kayo ng dictionary, may na-download sa cellphone, yung Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Pwede nyo downloadin yun, tapos aralin ninyo yung mga ilang mga words from Tagalog to English, pwede din yun. Pwede din kayong magbasa ng mga books, kunwari ito. Itong books ko. So, itong book. Ayan, binigay ito ng isa sa mga student ko before. So, pwede kayo magbasa dito ng mga bagay-bagay. Ayan. So, sabi nga nila, when you read, you will learn a lot of things. So, sabi nila, reading is an avenue for learning. So, hindi tayo matututo ng English if we are not going to listen sa mga English terms. Diba? So, mga naglalaro dyan ng ML, intindihin niyo yung mga sinasabi doon. Diba? It's in English. Yung iba, wala silang pakialam eh. So, they just play and just play. Diba? So another, ano pa, ang kailangan natin pagka magta-translate, kung kaya nyo kumuha ng ballpen or ng pen at saka ng papel, isulat nyo muna doon yung gusto nyo sabihin sa Tagalog. Tapos, saka nyo siya isa-isahin na gawing English. Tapos, pakinggan nyo siya. Pag sinabi nyo at maganda siyang pakinggan, maganda, pwede na yun. Wala namang perfect grammar. So, pwede kayong magkamali. So, kaya lang nagkakaroon ng grammar ay para tama lang yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga sentence. Marami akong narinig na sabi, ay, wrong grammar ka naman eh. Hindi siya actually wrong grammar. Ano ang mali? Wrong translation. Kasi yung gusto niyong sabihin ay hindi niya nasabi in a proper way or sa mga tamang mga words. So, kaya hindi siya wrong grammar. Ang tawag sa kanya ay wrong translation. So, kaya important yung translation. So, kung magsusulat ka sa notebook mo or sa papel, then hanapin mo yung mga words na hindi ka familiar. Punta ka sa dictionary. Diba? So, tingnan mo muna yung ibig niya sabihin, tapos i-list down mo sa baba. O yung na-list down mo na siya, then try mong banggitin yung sentence. Pag maganda siyang pakinggan, pwede na yun. Diba? Sabi nga natin, we are not native speaker. So, kung di tayo native speaker ng English, okay lang na magkamali. But, wag lang sobrang mali. Okay? So, ano pa ba? Pwedeng manood kayo ng mga movies. Manood kayo ng English movies. Yan, wag kayo puro Tagalog. Manood kayo ng Tagalog, pero wag puro Tagalog. Manood din kayo ng English movie kasi from there, may makukuha kayo na proper pronunciation, proper words, may mga bagay kayong makukuha doon na hindi agad nakukuha. Then at home, pwede kayong magsalita ng English. So speak in English, practice makes perfect, sabi nga nila. Okay. So sabi nga nila, practice makes perfect. So when we say practice, meaning, i-try mo mag-speak ng English. At first, hindi siya tama. Yes, but as time goes by, you're going to learn how to use it properly. Wala namang agad natututo perfectly. So yung mga magagaling mag-English right now, yung mga magagaling mag-English na they started na barok-barok din sila. So wag kayong papanghinaan ng loob. Another, maging matatag kayo because sometimes pagtatawanan nila kayo. So don't lose hope. Hayaan nyo lang kasi it's part of purging. Sabi nga natin, ang isang espada, dumadaan siya sa apoy. So, pag hindi siya dumaan sa apoy, hindi siya magiging magandang espada. So parang tao din. Sometimes may mistakes. Pero hayaan mo lang, huwag kang panghinaan ng loob. Saya nila. Okay. So, huwag panghinaan ng loob. Just continue practicing. And maybe in your school, pag may time kayo na during your English time, maybe you may speak in English para ma-practice kayo. Kasi, as we all know, the subject that you have in school, most of them use Filipino language. So, the English, and maybe science or math, will be the avenue or the time for you to use English as a medium of communication. Okay? But sometimes, dahil nga hindi nyo naintindihan, teachers tend to speak in Tagalog. But speaking English will help you hone your understanding about the matter. Okay? So, sana you learned something today and see you next time in one of our live stream. Okay? So, this time, I would like to say goodbye, everybody. Kung merong mga gusto magpabati, mag-chat na kayo. Hello, Maria May, you got this. Okay. Hello, everybody. Type nyo lang. Okay. So, I'll be seeing you next time in our next live. Next live, I will teach you how to write sentences in English. So, hindi na mukha ko makikita nyo kamay ko na. Okay, I will teach you how to write sentences ng tama. So, we're done with the first series that talks about translation. Now, gawa na tayo ng sentence. Okay? So, next time, maybe on Monday, I will be seeing you in our next live and we are going to make sentences. Okay? Hello, Zyrene. Okay. So, we are going to start writing sentence kasi yun ang ilan sa mga problem ng mga Filipino learners natin ngayon. Okay, so again, I would like to say goodbye and have a great day. Hello, Zyrene.